information I have on Sarah's presentation. A couple of things. I like the fact that there was a good introduction to her presentation. I don't know if she gave that introduction to Roger or Roger just made it up, but regardless, it was a good introduction because the guys in the position where we understood what the name of the game was, and that's important. I would like to see an introduction, and think about this once. A good introduction is like an opera. It builds things up. And the crescendo is the person's name. You don't start off and say, introduce Jim Monahan and talk a little about him. You just say, I got someone really important I want to talk about. You never heard a speech professionally where they come up and get the person's name first. It's always the last thing. Think about it. It's a fact. Second, I like the fact she opened with a good introduction and transition. The introduction was a personal story. Good move. I like that. I saw a couple of things that concerned me. And it's not only in this presentation, but it's in other presentations too. For some ungodly reason, we feel when we want to read a speech, we should sit down. Let me show you something about this. When I sit down, I'm cramping my lungs. So I can't get as much information. I can't get much volume to you. Problem number one. Problem number two, when I sit down, my gestures are shot down to twos. If, on the other hand, I was standing up here giving the same presentation, you can walk around a little bit. You can hold a book with one hand and use gestures. That's possible. We're limiting ourselves to think we should sit down when we read a story, when we read something to someone. I'm not saying if you go to the library and read a book to little kids, you shouldn't sit down. That's a good thing, you'll be in our level. But we're not little kids, are we? I'm not. I'm an old sucker. Yeah. I rated her vocal variety. I said, first of all, her pace was varied for emphasis. That's important. Varied for no reason at all is nothing. But she used it and emphasized her presentation. Very good. I like that. I looked at her volume. Her volume varied too. She didn't stay at the same volume because when you stay at the same volume, people have a tendency to go to sleep. And I'm the first one to do it. And I didn't go to sleep during the presentation. It was pretty good. I also looked at her pace. Her pace was effective because it varied. And she had pauses in there, effective pauses. Very good as far as I was concerned, your vocal variety. The closing was maybe one of the best things you did because you had an action statement in there. If you want to read something important, read this book. That's a good shot. So it covered all the bases, didn't it? It showed us exactly how we should give a presentation. It had a little bit of problem with sitting down, but we would have taught this for some unknown reason. It was a great presentation. I enjoyed it, and I think we all did, didn't we? Mr. Duncan.